All right, let's get right into it. If you're anywhere near prepping for the OSCP, or really any high-stakes exam, you know the deal. Your screenshots are everything. They're your proof, your story, your ticket to passing. But what happens when that folder of evidence turns into your worst enemy? Well, today I'm going to show you a super simple, seriously, like a 60-second fix in ShareX that will make your screenshots sort themselves perfectly every single time. Oh man, we have all been there, right? It's that 2 a.m. panic. Your eyes are burning, the coffee's gone cold, and you know you got the shot, but your folder is just a total disaster. Finding that one critical piece of evidence feels completely hopeless. That exact feeling, that dread, we're gonna make that go away for good.
I mean, just think about that for a second. What if instead of you digging through chaos, your folder just laid out the entire story of your hack, from start to finish, all in perfect chronological order automatically? This isn't some kind of fantasy. It's just about being a little bit smarter with how you name your files.
So first things first, let's talk about why this chaos even happens. Why does your folder end up looking like a jigsaw puzzle that's been thrown on the floor? It's because the default ways we save and sort files are just fundamentally broken for telling a story over time.
I mean, just look at the difference here. On the left, you've got what I call the anxiety folder. Yeah, the files are there somewhere, but the story, it's gone. Now look at the right, that is pure report-ready perfection. Just by scanning the file names, you can literally read the entire attack narrative in the exact order it happened. That's where we're headed. And this right here, this is exactly why it all goes wrong. These are the traps we all fall into. We think we can rely on date modified, but that metadata is fragile. It can change the second you copy a file. But the real killer is that computers sort text alphabetically, not by what the date means. To a computer, 9 a.m. comes after 2 p.m. alphabetically. February comes before January. It has no idea. So we need a system that works with simple, dumb, alphabetical sorting.
So what's the fix? Well, it all boils down to one simple, powerful, and totally unbreakable rule. We're going to make time, and a very specific format of time, our single organizing principle.
And here it is. Timestamp first naming. The idea is so simple, it's brilliant. The very beginning of every single file name will be a timestamp, but not just any timestamp. It has to be in this specific format: year, month, day, hour, minute, second. When you do this, alphabetical order becomes chronological order. That is the entire secret weapon. And you can see it right here. On the left, everything starts with the year, then a zero-padded month, then day, then 24-hour time. Perfect. It will sort correctly on any computer, anywhere in the world. But on the right, you see all the classic mistakes. Using month names like Jan, using AM/PM, not padding your numbers. Any one of these will completely destroy your timeline when you sort by name.
And this quote just hits so hard because it's so real. 12 minutes. It doesn't sound like a lot, does it? But in the middle of a 24-hour exam, when the pressure is on, losing 12 minutes is brutal. Now imagine that happening 5 or 6 times. You've just burned an hour for nothing, just verifying things you already did. That's the kind of pain we're trying to solve.
Okay, so the timestamp rule is locked in. That gets us chronological order. But we can do even better. We can make the file names themselves tell us the entire story at a glance. Let's add a super simple labeling system. Here's the whole formula. It's so easy. First, you've got the timestamp. That's the when. Next, the target IP address. That's the where. Then you have a stage tag like enum for enumeration or privesc for privilege escalation. That's the what. And finally, if you want a little extra detail like nmap or creds, that's the how. That's it. You're giving your future sleep-deprived self the exact clues they need right in the file name.
Now listen up, because this is important. Of all those little tags, the proof tag is your absolute best friend for the OSCP. You know you have to submit those proof files like local.txt? Imagine it's the final hour. You're scrambling to write your report. Being able to just search your folder for _proof and have all your critical flag captures pop up instantly, that's not just a time saver, it's a lifesaver.
Okay, this all sounds great in theory, but how do we actually do it? Well, here's the best part. Setting this up in ShareX is ridiculously fast. It's going to take you, seriously, less than a minute. Let's do it right now. So here's the key. You have to go into task settings, not the main application settings. That's where people get lost. Then pick the task you use all the time, probably capture region. In there, you'll find a field for the file naming pattern. That is where all the magic happens. And remember, you set this for each task, so make sure you update your favorite. And here is the magic string itself. You can literally just copy and paste this example into that field. You see how the idea we talked about translates into ShareX's special codes? ShareX automatically fills in the year, month, day, all of it. The target, stage, and detail parts are just plain text that you'll quickly type in the moment you take the shot. Now, don't just take my word for it. Test it yourself, right now. Just run this quick little sanity check. Take 2 or 3 screenshots back to back. Open the folder, and here is the most important part. Sort that folder by name, not by date. If they line up perfectly in the order you took them, you're golden. You're done. So look, we've just fixed a little technical problem with file names, but what we've really done is given ourselves a genuine superpower for the absolute worst part of the exam, writing that final report under pressure. This quote just says it all. The file name itself becomes your map. When your brain is totally fried, when you can't remember what you did an hour ago, you don't have to. You just click sort by name and the timeline snaps right back into place. Your evidence folder tells you the truth, even when you're too exhausted to think straight. And this is the payoff, visualized. All that time you used to burn just hunting for files or second-guessing the order of events, that time is gone. And it's not just gone, it's converted. It's converted directly into time you can spend writing a clear, professional, pass-worthy report. You're not just getting organized, you are literally buying back precious time. And let's be real, in the OSCP with that brutal 23-hour and 45-minute clock ticking down, every single minute is gold. Every minute you save on stupid, frustrating organization is a minute you can spend on actual analysis. It's a minute you can use to get that next shell, find that next flag, and get that pass. So I'm just going to leave you with this one question. That clock is ticking right now, and you need every single advantage you can get. So ask yourself, is your evidence folder working for you, or is it working against you? Is it your ally, or is it just one more enemy you're going to have to fight when you're exhausted and out of time? It's your call.